Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to Fan Modeling course part 13. So this is going to be a quick one. I'm just going to show you how to export all these materials and textures, well, more like textures only in Blender, and then how to set up the materials inside of the Blender. So let's go. First of all, everyone can follow this if they have some different mesh that they want to export. This one is a little bit more intricate because it has alpha as well. It has this alpha thingy right here, this net right here, because this is a game engine model, and just to optimize everything, this was made with alpha. So just to note right here, to get this alpha, I used this shader right here, PBR metal rough with alpha blending, and then I basically went in here and I clicked this plus icon, and there was an option opacity, and I added this option right there. Then inside of that material for the fence, this material, I just enabled here this opacity and added this like a 0, and then with masks I just basically made this thing. So that's it. But what I'm saying is that we want to preserve this opacity thingy right there. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So there we go. So you click File, Export Textures, and then you actually create folder. Go ahead and create some folder. I have this folder right here, Texture Substance. Actually a little trick as well. When you create it, click here and then Ctrl C to copy this. Then you can just minimize it, and right here go up and paste it in, click enter, and then click select folder. Then you'll immediately have this location. It's just a faster way of selecting this right here. So I have this option right here, PBR metallic emission AO opacity. You won't have that in here. You will have to make your own preset. To do that, you basically go here and you basically pick this PBR metal roughness. Well, I have tweaked this. I think this is a tweaked version right here already. So you'll have something, let's see, that's emission, or maybe it does exist actually. But anyway, I'm just going to quickly show you. So what you can do is, I don't know, you can almost create it from scratch, from zero. But you can't find this, it will appear here. I don't know if this will be exactly the same or not, but other things will be the same. Maybe you won't have emission right here. It doesn't matter, we don't need emission. So let's just go ahead and duplicate this. Call this just basically PBR roughness and then AO. Well, I'm going to show you the results, and basically you will have, regardless of what, if you pick this metal roughness, you will have these 4 already. You will have height, normal, metal, and roughness. That's 100%. And so the 2 others we can just create. So if you have emission, just click that X button to it. We aren't using emission, we won't need that. So that's it. And actually that's not AO, that should have been opacity. Yeah, that's my bad. So there we go. What you do need is to click on this add RGB and plus A, that thing right there, and then just copy one of these names. Just click on here, Control A, Control C, and then here just select everything, delete it, Control V, and basically I'm just reusing this template here, and I'm calling this not height but then base color, like this. And then I have these 2 channels, RGB and then A. So for A right here, for this A channel, what you need to do is just drag and drop this opacity and select gray channel. That's it. You're going to have your opacity channel. Now for RGB, let's just see here. You need color in here, right? So let's just see here, base color, that's what we need, right? So you just drag and drop in here and you select here RGB channels, boom. So this is basically red, green, and blue, and this is A, which stands for alpha. And this is grayscale because white represents 100%, and then black represents 0. So black means that something will be absolutely invisible, and 1 means that something will be fully visible. And that's it, that's all you need right here. So right now, if you go into settings, you just go ahead and pick your newly created thing, PBR metallic roughness, opacity, that's PNG. Make sure that you do have PNG, not JPEG or anything else. PNG supports alpha channel, that's why I need that. Now for size, you can do 1K, 2K, it just depends on what you're doing. Let's just do 2K in our case, 8 bits, that's actually fine. Padding, that's everything good. And now just click export after you're done. Boom, so we exported that. That error is from before actually. Yeah, that don't even look at that. That just nothing. You won't get error, or even if you do, probably just ignore it because I already showed you everything. And now you will see these 4 textures, these 5 textures right here. So this is color, height, metallic, normal, and roughness. So for height, we don't really need it at all, to be honest. So we can just go ahead and delete this. We won't need height. So these are 4 textures that we need: roughness, normal, metallic, and base color. Now go ahead and open your project. So that's it. That's how you export it. Now the other part, let's just go, we're just basically continuing with our course, and just go ahead and find your Blender file. That's my file. I'll just open it. And let's give it a second to load. Now this is, I have ultra wide monitor, that's why you don't see sides, so I need to just snap it in here so that you could see. And give me here a second, I want to just double check if you can see everything. Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so and now what you're going to do is we made Atlas. Basically, we have all these different objects, but to be honest, we only need one material for all of them. So let's just go ahead and create new material. Let's say we pick some weird object, I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. And now here, just go in here, middle mouse click to scroll, and now press new. You can call this fan M, I don't know, fan material. And now just basically select all these other objects and select the same thing, the same material on all of them. You see, like this. But there is actually a faster way of doing it. You can just select all of those, then click the one which already has the material last, so it will be selected as white, and then there is Control L and then link materials. You see, boom. Now if you just look at that, every other object has the same material. You see? So now you change this one and the whole model will change. Of course, you need to first enable this viewport shading in order to see it, and you see everything just changes. The whole mesh is being changed. So that's nice. And now let's just go ahead and set it up. Now we could just go ahead and simply drag one by one and just set them up. There is a faster way of doing it. Again, the same trick. I'll just copy this at the top, select this principled BSDF, and then I think it's Node. If you have this add-on enabled, I think it's Node Wrangler. Yeah, this one I think. And then you just basically Control Shift and T. That's what you do. Control Shift and T. Control Shift T. You can see the shortcut in here. And now here you paste in your location, press enter, select all these materials and principal texture, boom. That's how fast it is. You see, you don't need to drag them one by one. It's just a quick way. Now I like to just delete all this stuff. I don't need all this stuff. I just need textures. That's it. But wait a second. Why the hell is this wrong? What's wrong with it? Well, it's because you remember this is our base color right here. And what we need, that's RGB. So this is storing RGB and this is storing A, the last alpha channel basically. So we just drag and drop this alpha channel into this alpha and it won't work. Yeah, it won't work. Why, you're asking? It's because each material right here, if you just go ahead and open this Blender file, it will say that there is well, two materials for some reason. Dot stroke exists in here, but basically this is material. All materials that they can be different type. This is because it's more optimized when material doesn't have to hold alpha channel. So what we need to do is we need to just I don't know, just basically select some kind of part and click on this thing, and you will see this material. Scroll down to the bottom and you will see this viewport display. And now that's what matters. So blend mode right here. So right now this is optimized. It won't display transparent faces. What you do need to do is allow it. So there are different methods. If you want to read about them, I think you can just right click and click online manual. It's going to take you right here. It's going to just take you into this, and you'll be able to read about those different things right here, how they work. So yeah, opaque, alpha clip, alpha hashed, and then alpha blending. You can just read about them. And you basically go ahead and change this to alpha blend. Or even, if you want it to be more optimized, just alpha clip. You don't need even alpha blend, you just need alpha clip. And boom, look at that. Something is weird. For some reason, our model is all messed up. You see? Everything is messed up. Why? Is because we have this show backface enabled. That's why it's messed up. But then again, we kinda do need to show it right here. You see? We didn't need to show it right here for this material. Right here. But we don't want to show it then again for all these things. So what the hell is going on now? Well, you could just leave it at this. You could just leave it at that. But then again, it will just be kind of buggy and weird. I don't know, it just looks weird. You can also try shadow mode, so it should be opaque, and this should be, yeah, okay. And this should be set to alpha clip or alpha blend. So now if you go ahead and set to alpha clip, you see, now it starts working fine. Everything is working fine. But then there are some different things, how it's limited. So yeah, if you read those things in there, which I showed you, then you know. But basically set it to alpha clip, blending mode, this to opaque, and you'll be good to go. There is a way how to make it work with alpha blend, but then you need to make different material for this object. That's how it works. This object would have one material which would have alpha blend, and then everything else would have different material which would have opaque. If you want, I can even demonstrate it for you quickly. So click on this. Let's just change for this. Let's make it into a new material. We can do it just by clicking on this, and then it will be like this, and then let's just name this opaque like this, and then you can just delete those numbers right there. But the previous method we will continue using that just for someone who is interested to see how this works. So, because some game engines, I don't know, it's just better to set it. For some game engines and stuff, you might need to use this setup. So right here we have this, and now we need to transfer it to all the others. So press A, and then just make sure that this is selected. Control L and link materials. Now all of those have this new opaque material, except Alt H for this one. This has fan M. Now for this material, change this to opaque like this. And then this one will still have alpha blend. And now look at this. You see? This same exact setup right there. No problems whatsoever. But you do have two materials, which is again not that efficient, not as efficient. So I'll just go back before I've done that. Just go back, and that's it. And make sure that I'm using here alpha clip. Right there, this one. And we do have only one material, and just to double check if there is one material in this scene, I'm just going to go here, and yeah, we just have one material in this scene. And so yeah, that's it actually. We have our model fully ready to go actually. That's it. We can animate it, do whatever we want with it, and yeah, that's actually that. You can hide this. Actually, I imprinted this in here, accidentally. It doesn't look that bad. I could go ahead and change it, but it's not that bad. It can stay there. But yeah, that's the model basically. High quality and stuff. It has only well, it's a little bit a lot, 7,700 tries. That's quite a lot, but this is an intricate model and you can look at it from close-up view as well. So it's very high detailed model. It's really detailed model. For a prop, you don't even need that many details, to be honest. You would just bake in all these things. You wouldn't make them separate geometry right here like I did. You would just bake in all those things. Well, you can't bake in this one, but you would be able to you could just bake in these things, this thing, and you would just paint them in Substance Painter, or just do them in high poly in this one right here. You would just have them in high poly and then you would remove them in low poly. But yeah, this is very detailed model. So yeah, that's that. I hope you got this far, and in the next episode we are going to make the animation for it. And so yeah, I'll see you guys later. Also, subscribe if you are following the course, like the video, it helps out for the algorithm, and yeah, like I said, see ya guys.